Okay, good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be starting our look into Onshape, which is the tool we're going to be using for 3D modeling. The first only goal really today is just to make sure that you've gotten your account set up and that you can go ahead and open open Onshape so that we're good to go. Once I have this video done, there'll be a link there where you can click on the video, and I'll have the link to the website. But the website you're going to is going to be Onshape. Oops, I can type. Onshape.com. So really simple. You just Google Onshape. It will be the first thing that comes up, but it's onshape.com. Now, we're going to be trying this out with the education accounts. And so, unfortunately, I don't think they have a nice way to get to those education accounts, except to go to pricing and then scroll all the way to the bottom, almost all the way to the bottom, and look for students and educators. And so if you click on the EDU program, you're going to get the place to sign up here. So you're going to put your first name in, your email address, put your school email address. I'm just using this one because my school email already has one of these. You're going to select that you're a student and you're in grades K through 12 and check the box. Click to sign up, and you're going to have to tell them about the school you're in. So you're going to go Iowa City High School. The school's website is iowacitschools.org. Iowa City, Iowa, United States. You're going to go with your graduation year. So they only have the years that you could actually be graduating, really. And I'm not sure if they require that you type in there anything, but you might want to just say that it's for IED. You're going to have to be 13 years or older. Now, I'm hoping everybody is, even the freshmen should be, hopefully. Or I think at least you get your parents to say that you're okay, then you're good. So if you're under 13, I think officially you need to get your parents to agree to that one. You're going to use this for class personal learning projects. As soon as you want to sell something, you are not allowed to use this. So you're good for this, and you agree to the terms and services, and you are not a robot. And then you'll go ahead and create your account, and it will send you an email. I didn't think it would take that long to send an email. But that email should contain all the information you need to kind of register your account. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this thing. There's a link in your email. I don't want to show you my email. Sorry. Okay, so I went ahead and opened up that email. So you should get an email from Onshape that says your Onshape account is ready. And you just click on activate your account. And you should be all good here. You'll have to create a password. I didn't like that. Gotta have an uppercase. And you should be good to go. You'll open up here into the Onshape account. It should say that you have an education subscription. One thing that you can do here with the education accounts is you should be able to add yourself to my class. I think we'll have to figure that one out a little bit later on. I'm not exactly sure how that works yet. I haven't seen it from both sides. But you'll open up, once you've registered your account and everything, you'll get in here. You can create folders in here. A few of you have asked about importing files from things like Inventor. If you have Inventor files, you can import files from Inventor by using that button there. You can go ahead and make folders. So if you're making a folder of practice parts, you can make a folder for that. Now, one thing that I want to mention is if any of you have used Inventor before, you're used to creating a new file for every part. And we'll talk more about this later on. But if you're playing around with this, you'll kind of notice this as we go. When you create a document, The idea is that one document is your entire project. And so when you go to make new parts, you actually, can I get rid of this thing? Yeah. You actually go down here and you've got different part studios, and then you can actually create new part studios, new assemblies, new drawings right in this one place. And so all of your parts are going to be in this one document, even your assemblies where we start to put the parts together, even once we start to do drawing files, which I'm not sure any of you have really done before. But you're not going to be creating a new document for every single thing we do. Usually you'll be creating either a new part studio, or just within the part studio, you can actually create multiple parts, especially if they're going to be fitting with each other. So if you've used some sort of 3D design tool like Inventor before, you're going to see some very, very similar things. You start off with your sketch tools here to make things like rectangles and circles and who knows what else you want to make. Then we've got things like the extrude tool, the revolve tool. Those are your basic ones. We've got things like fillets and chamfers. We've got things like holes. We've got patterning tools, all sorts of things. We'll only ever get to about here, about halfway across the board, because the rest of this stuff is a little bit more advanced, except for maybe these planes. We might be adding some of these planes and doing some of that kind of stuff later on. But play around with this for now. That's really just what I want you to do today is get this Onshape account created, and play around with it, try it out. One thing that you can do, and maybe this is something that would be good, is you can actually share parts with me. So maybe you create some sort of a simple part. There's a rectangle, and then I'll go ahead and extrude it some distance. I don't know, whatever you feel like doing. Maybe you fill at one of these edges. You can change your dimensions in here, 1 inch, whatever. But once you go ahead and are done with that, what you can do is back in the Onshape tools. Oops, I opened it back up. I didn't want to do that. Once you're done with that and you go back here, the really nice thing about Onshape is this button right here. And this is your share button. So if you have this highlighted, you can click on that share button. It says it's not shared. And so if you right click on it, you can actually go to sharing this thing. And when you share it, it looks a lot like Google Drive. And so you can share it with individuals, like just typing in my email address. And then I'll get access to that. You can make it so I can either edit or view. You probably just want to set it to view. You can also set it to where I'm only viewing a copy of that if you wanted to, but you don't need to do that. You can make it so that I can comment. That's by default. So put that in there. That means I can add comments. You can also just set this up so that you can just share a link. And so there's the link document for this, or link for this particular document. Or you can set it up to make this whole thing public. We're not probably going to do that, but we'll either use this link sharing, which works just like sharing a link with your Google Drive, or you can share this with specific people and give them specific rights as to what they can do. Yeah. And same thing with the links. You can edit that so that anybody with the link can either just view it or can export it. Export means that they can create a copy, but they can't actually change your version. Whereas if you were to share it with an individual and put can edit, that person can actually change your file. So we definitely don't want to be giving people edit access unless we're in a group project kind of idea. So maybe try to make something and then share it with me and make sure that I can get access to it. And then you should be good for today. I'll see you tomorrow. We actually have one more thing to talk about before we dive really far into this CAD modeling stuff with isometric sketching. So we'll be actually doing some paper and pencil sketching tomorrow, and then we'll get back into the CAD modeling for the rest of this lesson.